She vomited everywhere and loudly asked for a shot, sending classmates fleeing. Only Chris stayed, caring for her special mom. Liz confessed her parents' endless embarrassment. But Chris said, at least her parents have humanity. My drunk dad did inappropriate things to me at 7. My mom took me and we ran away, but now she's dragging me back to my dad's prison. Seeing that Liz had it worse than her, Chris decided to crash at Grandpa's. Little did they anticipate Grandpa arrived home from work precisely at the moment to catch their secret conversation. The more he pondered over it, the more furious he became, and before long, Liz was forcibly kicked out of the house. At midnight, they strolled empty streets, dreaming of the future, one with a home and return to the other homeless. After some deliberation, they chose to rely on each other, starting a life of mutual dependence. Since then, they vanished from school like ghosts. Daily, they beg for mercy on busy streets, lying on subway seats only when all's quiet. After a long day, if they were starving, they'd snag a few essentials from the supermarket, and if they were dirty as a hobo, they'd hit up a friend's place for a shower. Yet intentional company offers a refuge for weary souls hiding past joys and sorrows temporarily. In the dimly hallways, they quietly healed their wounds, wandering through town to drown out the noise, all while the night blurred the pain of past memories. With each other, they feared not life's misfortunes and challenges, but the lonely mother lacks friendship and family support, now reaping her wild actions' consequences. Watching her lifeless mother was like a stab to Liz's heart. She had so many things to say, but only thought, I just thought if she stopped drinking, everything would go back to normal. In her father's drunken spot, cash piled up donations for her debts. She thought Mom was just drunk, but she died yesterday morning. He couldn't accept it and ran out of the bar, desperately chasing after the Reaper. Saying goodbye always hits like a storm, but often those rumblings have been building up right above us. Mom's everyday indulgences had long foretold this tragic end, and now the morning of farewell was dawning, heavy with memory. Her car rolled slowly forward, as if weighed down by the heaviness of her memories. Mom lay quietly in a simple coffin, just a name and no frills. Not many came to say goodbye, mostly old friends of Liz. Grandpa heartlessly dragged Liz's sister away, not even lingering a second, as this free funeral had no pastor, no précis, and with that, the ceremony. Then, a trash-picking neighbor lady gave her a warm hug, and Liz's classmates arrived one after another. Only Chris stayed by Liz's side until the end, even thoughtfully writing her mom's name on the coffin, though it didn't really matter as their friendship was at its closing chapter. Chris, tired of hiding, decided to go to the orphanage for stability. Now it was just Liz left alone. Staring at her mom's coffin, she struggled to pull herself together and decided to take a deep breath, trying to feel her mom's last essence. She wasn't piecing together her shattered happiness. She was lost in memories until the bulldozer rudely reminded her to move. Once filled, she had seen no trace of her mother. Free funerals don't include tombstones. Leaving, she kept looking back. On the ride, she pondered her past and future, realizing she couldn't keep wandering. Change is the sole way to stop past suffering from haunting her. Returning to school is her best, perhaps only choice. After deep and thoughtful consideration, she turned to kind Aunt Eva for help and ultimately secured an opportunity at a private school willing to accept her. On her first reporting day, she arrived late because of the long commute. The principal had begun interviews when she got there. The assistant decisively rejected this tardy girl, but Liz pulled out the local education policy. I just need a chance. You can tell the big boss. Ultimately, she got her wish and secured an interview slip, brimming with excitement at the topics. Because even when in the gutter, she never stopped looking up at the stars. After the first round of interviews, Liz leaned in and asked the principal for 30 seconds to introduce herself. So busy, the principal gave her a chance. Upon entering, Liz poured out her family's misfortunes and her resolve to change. I'm really embarrassed. I've never really gone to school. Except for middle school, those were pretty good. My last school experience was last week and I was recommended. I've gotten smarter. I know I can succeed. I just need a chance to rise above where I was born. She didn't hesitate to say that since birth, her world had been filled with anger and sorrow. In my life, this dark environment has always dragged people into the abyss, but I know there's a better world out there. She longed for a better future, which was her lifelong pursuit. When the principal asked why now, Liz openly replied that her mother had passed away recently. It felt like reality slapped me hard. I'd been dreaming my mom would get better and care for me, but the harsh truth couldn't be further from my dreams. Now she's gone, and it's time I start taking care of myself. Maybe her tragic background tugged at the principal's heartstrings, or perhaps it was her determination to change that won him over. In the end, Liz got what she wanted and was accepted, but she needed a guardian to handle the paperwork. So Liz went to the local shelter to find her dad. After struggles, she found him at an abandoned court. 8 years had changed her father a lot, but his thirst for knowledge never waned. He was a genius, but life had broken him down. After hearing Liz's simple request, he readily took care of her school paperwork, and their conversation felt like a trip down memory lane. While everyone else was being negative, her dad would read with her and guide her toward the world of knowledge. That's why she harbored nothing but love for her dad. In the end, she said, "I love you, Dad. Please don't do this."